care and use of Desco grinders and sanders is presented by Desco Manufacturing Company. Part 3 of 4, Maintenance and Lubrication. The maintenance schedule which follows is designed for tool operators. Maintenance procedures which require tool disassembly and reassembly are not in the scope of this training video, as they should be done by a qualified pneumatic tool technician. Daily or every 8-hour shift of operation, the following maintenance procedures should be performed. If using an inline filter lubricator, fill the reservoir after each use or after 8 hours of operation with pneumatic tool oil. If not using an inline lubricator, manually lubricate by placing 2 to 3 drops of pneumatic tool oil in the air fitting. Then run the tool for 2 to 3 seconds to disperse the oil. Inspect fasteners. Make sure all bolts and fasteners are properly tightened. Check the on-off handle to make sure the double safety lock-off lever is operating properly. Replace if broken. Every 30 days or 250 hours of operation, the following maintenance procedures should be performed. Check the lubricator filter cartridge. Replace when the cartridge is dirty or does not allow air to pass through freely. Grease the air motor bevel gears using a high-temperature lithium-based grease that conforms to ISO VG 220, such as Mobil XHP 222. This service operation should be completed by a certified tool technician or the CCAT tool crib. Items necessary to perform maintenance are a clean, uncluttered, and well-lit work area. Protective gloves should be worn before handling lubricants. Use blue nitrile or equivalent. Pneumatic tool oil that conforms to ISO VG32, such as Mobil DTE Light. A high-temperature lithium-based grease that conforms to ISO VG 220, such as Mobil XHP 222. A compact-style grease gun. A clean cloth for cleaning the tool of dirt and excess lubricants. The 8-hour interval starts with cleaning the tool. Wipe it down to remove oil, dust, grease, what have you. Keep it clean. The second would be inspect the fastenings to make sure that they are tight, tighten as necessary. The third would be check the double safety lock-off lever to make sure that it is still functioning properly. If it is broken, see your CCAT representative for assistance. Lastly would be lubrication. If you are not using the lubricator, then you need to manually lubricate. You do that by putting 2 to 3 drops into the air fitting, then attach the tool to the air supply, run it for a couple of seconds to disperse the oil. The lubrication is complete. Now, if you are using the lubricator, then you need to check the reservoir level. You do that by removing the screw, adding oil, and then replacing the screw. You reconnect the lubricator and the maintenance procedure is done. The maintenance procedure is the same for any of the 3 sanders or grinders. Now, there's a second level of maintenance that is required every 30 days or 250 hours of operation, and that has a little bit more to do. First, on the lubricator, you would have already checked the lubrication level. You would need to check the filter. You do that by removing the end cap of the lubricator and inspecting the filter. If it's obviously dirty, then you would replace the filter. Even if it's not visibly dirty, there may be air restrictions and you would need to replace it to improve performance of the tool. Upon replacing it, put the filter back in, tighten it up, and you're good to go. The other piece of maintenance has to do with lubricating the tool. lubricating the gears, greasing the bevel gears. Now, it requires a compact grease gun. If you don't have one, see your CCAT team to lubricate the tool for you. If you do have one, you need to find the grease fitting on the tool. And then use the compact grease gun, push it into the fitting, and then squirt 2 pumps of grease into the tool. The gears are now lubricated. Now, similarly, on the small grinder, there is a grease fitting on the head of the motor, and you would insert grease in the same way. Again, 2 pumps of grease, and it's lubricated. Now, the medium sander, the 4-inch sander, is a little different. It does not have a grease fitting. It has a grease access port. Requires that you remove it with an Allen wrench. Now, this is not something that the operator would normally service. When you reach the service interval, bring the tool to the CCAT trailer and have them perform the lubrication. That concludes the maintenance required. Upon completion of maintenance procedures, dispose of hazardous materials in conformance with OPNAV 5100. Return tools to the tool room. Avoid stacking tools on each other. Store securely such that tools do not fall from shelves. Thank you and have a fine Navy day.